What is the address? What's happening?
My granddaughter has been taken. She has been missing for a month. Her mother finally admitted that she's been missing. My daughter's been missing for the last 31 days.
Why are you calling now? Why didn't you call 31 days ago?
If my kids were gone for 31 seconds, I'd freak out. I can't imagine 31 days.
Pictures surface on the internet showing Casey out partying, even entering a hot body contest during the time she claimed to be looking for Kaylee. In one photo, she is showing off a new tattoo.
And the tattoo artist who etched Bella Vita, or Beautiful Life, on Casey's back 2 weeks after Kaylee disappeared, told us all Casey talked about was her new boyfriend.
We have a mother whose actions and activities are inconsistent with a mother whose child has gone missing and that she does not know where her child is or what happened to her child.
My daughter finally admitted that the baby's in the store. I need to find her.
Detective Yuri Mellish is assigned to the case. When he arrives at the Anthony's home, his first priority is to get information about the nanny who Casey claims has abducted her daughter.
The babysitter, so far as anyone can determine, never actually existed, though she was described in great detail by Casey on more than one occasion.
You took Casey to a babysitter's house?
Yes.
Is there anything about this story that you're telling me that is untrue? Or is there anything that you want to change or divert from what you've already told me?
No, sir.
There's something wrong. I found my daughter's car today, and it smells like there's been a dead body in the damn car.
Okay, what is the 3-year-old's name?
Law enforcement officials conduct a forensic exam of her mother's car.
The vehicle had been in Casey's possession from the last time Kaylee was seen.
The police first test the air inside the trunk and detect high levels of chloroform, a chemical that can be used to render someone unconscious.
From the Anthony's family home computer, they said that they found 84 searches on the hard drive for chloroform.
Then detectives brought her to her alleged place of employment, Universal Orlando, where she said that she had told coworkers about Kaylee being missing. They didn't buy that story and decided they wanted her to take them inside to see her office. Casey boldly led investigators inside Universal into an office building toward a fictitious office before finally stopping in her tracks and admitting she didn't really work there.
And that's not the only thing about Casey's story that doesn't add up.
But the fact that she lied for 31 days after her daughter goes missing, and now we hear in opening statement she's saying her father is the one that disposed of his little granddaughter's body.
She saw George Anthony holding Kaylee in his arms. She immediately grabbed Kaylee and began to cry. And shortly thereafter, George began to yell at her. "Look what you've done! Your mother will never forgive you, and you will go to jail for child neglect for the rest of your freaking life."
And by all accounts, Piers, Kelly was the love of George and Cindy's life, her grandparents.
It does seem extraordinary that she can perform this huge U-turn in terms of the defense, from being a story of I left my daughter with a babysitter to suddenly she drowns in a family pool. Does it have any credibility when you do that kind of thing in a courtroom?
It's always hard to prove a murder without a body. But we felt that between the odor evidence in the car and the hair and the chloroform, which was found in the trunk, we just felt was sufficient to give it to the grand jury.
22-year-old Casey Anthony is charged with her daughter's murder.
An Orange County grand jury has issued an indictment on the following charges: first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, aggravated manslaughter of a child, and 4 counts of providing false information to law enforcement.
Sheriff's Communications. Yes, this is Orange County Utilities Emergency Dispatch. We found a human skull. Oh my gosh.
With regret, I'm here to inform you that the skeletal remains found on December 11th are those of the missing toddler, Kaylee Anthony.
You put the various elements together, the chloroform in the trunk, the odor in the trunk from a dead body, and the hair, and the only scenario that explained all of it was that Casey had used chloroform to render Kaylee unconscious and basically killed her.
There is no reason for a 2-year-old child to decompose
in a field in a plastic bag with duct tape over its face. It was clearly a homicide.
The defense relentlessly hammers home the fact that Dr. G can't come to a conclusion as to how Kaylee was killed.
Despite the investigations, the toxicology, the anthropologists, all of these things, there is no scientific or medical evidence to establish the cause of this child's death.
I believe we can reliably say it's a homicide, but I don't know the means for which that homicide occurred.
The trial draws to a close as the nation anxiously awaits a verdict.
As to the charge of first-degree murder, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
Are you kidding me? She's guilty as sin. You could, oh my God, I can't believe, I'm in shock. I can't believe it.
Who in the heck is in that jury room? Are you nuts?
It's OJ all over again. Like, where's the glove? I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous.
Casey Anthony is convicted of only 4 misdemeanor counts of lying to law enforcement.
It was just unimaginable to me that 12 people could look at that evidence and not find her guilty.